Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. This is the third part of my Christmas project. At this stage you will gradually see me build up the color of my painting. I always start with a dark color to a light color. In the first part of this video I am still using wet paint because it's just easier to put down big blocks of color. And when we get near the end of this video, I will slowly start using the dry brushing technique. And once we reach that stage of this video, I will talk a little more about it. So for now, I'm just gonna put on some music and let you enjoy this part of the painting. We're almost near the stage where I'm starting to use the dry brushing technique. But first I'm showing you a close-up of what the painting looks like at this stage. So here I'm still using quite a wet paint and I am going over the layer of color with lighter and lighter colors. So with acrylic you always have to work from dark to light, and the dry brush technique works best if you use lighter colors. Dry brushing means that you have almost no paint on your brush, and it is also very dry. So acrylic dries very fast, and therefore if you have little paint on your brush, it's gonna dry up very quickly as well. So when you first loaded up your brush with like the least amount of paint you can imagine, you start at the area that you want to be the most opaque. For instance, the top of the hills will be closer to the moon, therefore they will be lighter than the rest of the hill. So whenever I load up my brush, I make sure to start at the top of that hill and then work down. As you work down, your brush will contain less and less paint, and that is how you can create a nice gradient effect. At one point I am using this technique on the moon, and there you can really see what the effect of the dry brushing actually is. And just for this purpose I will slow it down to the original speed. This is the normal speed at which I painted this. I started in the center of the moon because there the color is still the most vibrant. As I move around the moon and away from it, I transfer less and less paint to the paper. In the course that I followed on SBS, Will Terry warned me that this technique will ruin your brushes, and I can now say that it really does ruin your brush. So this is the technique that I use to create a nice gradient of color in this painting. When I go back for details, I will use wet paint again, because it is very hard to paint details with a dry brush, because you actually need to rub your brush in order for the paint to come off. This is the part of the painting where I started to get bored. I have been working on this piece for almost 10 hours now in total, and I wanted to start putting in the details. So that's what you'll see me do here. I will gradually add more lighter colors and more details to mostly Santa at this point, and to the trees. So in this video I am currently only finishing the tree with the sparkle and Santa. I have not yet done the other tree and the badger, so I hope that I will be able to finish this entire piece in the next video. Thank you for watching, and until next time.